Hi, this is Miss Cindy, and I'm back again to do another project, another craft project, one that I haven't done this before. So we're gonna see if it's gonna work. Over here, I bought this set of silicone molds, and it's supposed to be a platter and four coasters. Well, all you're doing is you're putting the resin in, and then you're using the resin dye to make whatever design you want. And that's it. Well, I've worked with the dye before. This is a small pyramid I did with the resin, and I put a little bit of dye in it, and then I put some um, glitter in it. And as you can see, the glitter, because it was like this, the glitter went to the top. So that's the only time I've actually worked with this dye. So this project, I'm going to work with the dye. Anyway, I think I'm going to make this mixed media again instead of just making the coaster. I'm just going to take one coaster and experiment it first to see if it works. And then if it does work, I am going to put it on a canvas, but the outline, I'm going to make the outline and I'm just going to freehand paint it and see how it comes out. So that's the goal today, is to see if I can get this mold to work. I've never worked with this particular kit before. I've only done the pyramid, and I still haven't done a big pyramid. I've only done small pyramids. And we're going to see if this works. Just another craft project. I'm experimenting. Not going to take a lot of resin, a little bit of dye. I don't know how that's going to work. And we'll go from there. So I'll be back once I tape up my canvas. And I always tape my canvas. That's just a habit that I have. I take my canvas and I get my resin mixed, and I'll be back. Oh my God, guys, sorry about that, but I'm so busy. I'm sitting here talking, and forgot to turn the camera on. So anyway, what happened was I what I did was I traced one of them first because I was only going to do one. I mixed too much resin, so I ended up having to do two. So anyway, the one I was just going to do in just a basic black and white. And I've never done this before, so I'm just going to go for it. I've seen people do this so many different ways. So all I'm doing is I put a little black in, and then I'm going to put a little white on it, and then I'm going to use a popsicle stick to swirl it around and see if it works. I'm not worried about two sides. I'm just worried about one side. This may not even be enough ink. Yeah, don't have a clue what I'm doing. I'm just winging it. So I guess I got to come up with another color for the other one. Other thing is, you're not supposed to use a blowtorch on these. And I do have some air bubbles. I try to mix it slow, but I do have some air bubbles in here. Okay, so I guess that's going to be one. Okay, so that's one, and then I gotta figure out the colors I'm gonna use on the other one because I wasn't planning on doing but one. So let me see what I'm gonna do with that, and I'll be back. This one is the one that I'm concerned with, and so far looks not too bad. We have to see what happens when it dries. Okay, so I fooled around with like a teal and a gold on the other one. And let's see. There's a close-up of what they look like. Since the black and white one was the one I was more concerned about, I went ahead and just played with this one and a toothpick, just dropping it down and just, using a toothpick to bring the gold through. So anyway, we're going to sit here and wait for these to dry, and then I'll come back. If they pull out of the mold okay, I'm going to glue it on the canvas, and then I'm just going to paint the background. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, so while the two coasters are drying, I went ahead and painted my canvas. There's the first one. And this one I'm not finished yet. My next layer will be the black background. I had a lot of bubbles in mine, and you're not supposed to use the blowtorch, but I did use the blowtorch. I just, like, tapped it straight down and got some of those bubbles out of there because it was really bad. Anyway, this should be, once it dries, I'm just going to glue it on and I should be finished. I may resin the canvases first and then glue them on. I haven't decided yet, but I'll be back in a few and we should be finished. Okay, so I finished painting the canvases, and I pulled the coasters out of the mold. They came out pretty easy, and the edges are nice and smooth. However, I ran into a problem, and it's only because this is the first time I've done this and I don't know what it is. They're hard, they're dry, but for some reason the bottom, where the ink fell to the bottom, it's still wet. And I don't understand that, except for maybe I used too much ink. So they're turned upside down now, and I'm just trying to see if they will dry. But other than that, let's see. The top came out pretty good. So I'm just going to see, it's like an oily feel. It's not even like it's resin. It's an oily feel, like from the ink. So I guess when you do this, you don't need a lot of ink. You just need maybe a couple of drops and make your designs. Anyway, I plan on resining the canvases. So when I come back, this should be done. All I'm going to do is I'm going to resin the canvas, and then I'm just going to use my JB Weld glue, which is like a super glue. I'm going to put those on, and that should be it. So when I come back, it should be finished. Well, I'm finished with these two. They didn't come out too bad. First time I did the resin on a little coaster, and here is one. I did resin the actual canvas, but this one I tried putting the coaster down while the canvas was still wet, and it worked. This one I just glued on, so you can still see the white glue. But this one I glued on, and it's holding. So that was my little experiment, trying with making the coasters and then putting them on canvas. Putting them on canvas just makes it a mixed media project. So this is just another idea that I tried, that maybe you can run with it and do something creative. If you like the content, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.